Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I want to show you how to crochet this embroidered bow mini pouch. This is pretty cute and perfect if you don't know what to crochet. You can keep this as a coin purse or just a pouch to keep your mini things organized. This is Tunisian crochet, so if you want to start learning Tunisian, this is perfect for you. So before talking about the materials, I want to talk about the workflow of this pouch. This is how it looks like inside the pouch. You can line this mini pouch, but I haven't done it yet. So first we made this base pouch, and then we add this mini bows, and then the edge right here. So it's pretty simple. So I'll show you what you need for this project. So for the previous pouch, I used this white and red color. The white yarn is a little bit thick. These two yarn balls are 4 ply, but the white one is a little bit thicker than the red one. So I'll show you the thickness. This is 2 mm thickness yarn, and the red one, I'll measure it for you so you can reference. So this is only 1 mm thickness. So the red one is a little bit thin, and this is 5.0 mm Tunisian crochet hooks. This is just a long crochet hook, but if you have this kind of aluminum hook, it might work for you, but I don't recommend using normal crochet hook because we are going to chain a lot. So I don't think the normal crochet hook will hold all the stitches. And we're going to need 4.0 mm crochet hook to add the edge, and then a tapestry needle, and these are the materials you're gonna need, and yes, you're going to need a scissor too. So these are the material you're gonna need for this project. So without further ado, let's get started. Before going into an actual tutorial, I want to show you how to Tunisian crochet because some of you guys may be a beginner at Tunisian crochet. So make a slip knot first and insert your crochet hook into that loop, and then chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I use normal crochet hook because this is just 10 chains. And we normally go into the next loop like this when we crochet, but this is Tunisian crochet, so just flip this chain speed and you are going to see this little band at the back. So we are going to add our hook into this little bump at the back of the chain here. So into that second bump, we're gonna insert our hook, and don't pull through the loops. We're going to insert our hook into next band and take out the yarn, and insert your hook into next band and take out your yarn, and insert your hook into this little bump and take out your yarn. Insert your hook into next bump and take out your yarn. Insert your hook and take out your yarn. Insert your hook again and take out your yarn, and then insert your hook again and take out your yarn. This is how we Tunisian crochet. So this is the last bump here, and take out your yarn. If you chain 10, the loop on the hook should be 10 loop. So the stitches should be 10 stitches on the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So don't forget to count your stitches on the hook. So now we're going to return pass, so which is chain 1 at the start, only chain 1 here, and then we are going to pull through 2 loops. like this, and then pull through 2 loops again, and then pull through 2 loops, then pull through 2 loops again until we reach the last 1 loop on the hook, and then pull through 2 loops, and then pull through 2 loops. This is the last 2 loops, so pull through these last 2 loops, and we only have 1 loop on the hook. Okay, now we are going to continue our next row here. So I will show you how to do that another row. So you can see there is the bar here. So there is this little bar here. You can see that this looks like a V here. We are going into this between of those bars like this. So I hope you can see that into this middle of this bar or loop. So we are going into the middle. So grab your yarn and insert your hook into this middle bar and take out your yarn. So this is a just kind of neat look V stitch, and insert your hook into that V space and take out your yarn, and insert your hook into this middle of the V stitch and take out your yarn, and insert again and take out your yarn. We are just going to repeat this pattern until we reach the last stitch. So insert your hook into that V stitch right here and take out your yarn, and insert again and take out your yarn, insert your yarn. So this is the last stitch, so you have to go into both of the V stitch like this and take out your yarn. If you chain 10, the stitches on the hook should be 10. So make sure you count the stitches, and then chain 1 and then pull through 2 loops, and then pull through 2 loops again like we did at the first. So pull through 2 loops, and then pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops, and pull through 2 loops until we have only 1 loop on the hook. So pull through 2 loops, and this is the last 2 loops. So pull through both, and we only have 1 loop. So we finished making another row here. So don't worry, I'm going to show you the next row. Just like we did before, we are going to insert our hook into that V stitch right here. So insert your hook into that V stitch. Insert your hook again and take out your yarn. And insert your hook, take out your yarn. We're gonna repeat this step until we reach the last stitch. So insert your hook and take out your yarn, insert your hook into that middle of the V stitch and take out your yarn, and then insert your hook and take out your yarn. So this is the last, so we are going into both of the V. So take out your yarn, so you should have 10 stitches on the hook, and then chain 1 and then pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops again and again until you reach the last stitch and until you have only 1 loop on your hook. So pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops, and this is the last 2 loops. So this is how you Tunisian crochet, and I'll also link some of the videos of Tunisian crochet in the description. So this is literally the knit look stitch, and I'm going to show you how to bind off. There are another stitch of Tunisian crochet, so if you're interested, don't forget to check out the video in the description. So just like we did, we're just going to insert our hook, and this time we don't like take out the yarn and have in the loop, we just slip stitch. So insert your hook into that V stitch and take out your yarn and then make a slip stitch. That's it. Just make a slip stitch into those each V stitch. So insert your yarn and slip stitch. Insert your yarn into the middle of the bars and make a slip stitch. That's it. This is very simple. So make a slip stitch. So this is the last stitch. So we're going into this under of the both V. So and then make a slip stitch, and then the last thing is chain one, and you can cut your yarn. This is how to bind off the Tunisian crochet. Now you successfully learned the basic of Tunisian crochet, so let's dive into the actual tutorial. So let's start crocheting this base of the pouch, which is the white color. So grab your yarn and your Tunisian crochet hook and make a slip knot. Now we are going to make a total of 32 chains. If you want your pouch bigger than mine, you can add more chains. So I will meet you again when I finish 32 chains. Now I finished making the 32 chains, and let's continue the first row. So flip your chains and you can see this back bump. So into the second bump from the hook, we are going to pick up the yarn. So insert your hook and take out the yarn until you reach the last stitch. So I'll meet you again when I finish picking up stitches until the end. So if you chain 32, you should have 32 loops on your crochet hook. So don't forget to count your stitches. Now we are going to continue our next row, which is chain 1, and then pull through 2 loops. And then pull through 2 loops and pull through 2 loops again until you have only 1 loop on the hook. So I'll meet you again when I finish this row. So I hope you can do this because I already showed you at the start of the video. So there is 2 loops. So let's pull through these 2 loops. Now I only have 1 loop, so let's continue to another row. So insert your hook and take out your yarn. Insert your hook and take out your yarn until you reach the last stitch. So this is how we repeat our Tunisian crochet. So I'll meet you again when I finish picking up this row, and I'll also tell you how much longer you need to crochet this thing. So now I finished picking up 32 chains again. So this is how we repeat our pouch until you reach our desired length. We are going to repeat this again and again, these 2 rows. And my previous pouch is about 7 centimeter, so we have to Tunisian crochet 8 centimeter because we have to sew the side together. So we need to crochet 8 centimeter long here. So just repeat this Tunisian crochet, which is this like rattan pass and picking up the stitches until you reach this 8 centimeter long of fabric. So I'll meet you again when I finish making 8 centimeter long, and I'll show you how to bind off. Now I finished crocheting 8 cm long fabric, and this is exactly 8 cm long. Let me show you. Here this is 8 cm long, and we are going to bind off. You can crochet if you want more length than mine. You're free to continue crocheting. So first, make a slip stitch and insert your hook into those bars and make a slip stitch. This is just how we normally pick up the stitches, and instead of having the loops or stitches on the hook, we're just making a slip stitch. So this is how we bind off, and I already demonstrated at the start of the video, and you just need to bind off until the end, and I'll see you again when I reach there. So I only have the last stitch to bind off, so insert hook into this stitch, both the V, and make a slip stitch and make a chain 1. Now you can cut off the yarn. So cut the yarn and take out the yarn. And then all we need to do right now is sew this piece together. So fold this in half like this. Fold this in half. The round side should be facing you, and just flip it like this. So this is the starting point, and this is the ending point. So let me show you something. There is a V stitch right here, right? So fold this in half like this, and when we sew this piece together, we are going to insert our hook into those V stitch, into that first V stitch. So we are going to sew the side piece and bottom piece like this. So grab your 4.0mm crochet hook and your yarn. So this is the first point here, and this is the first V stitch right here. So we are going to insert our hook into these two first V stitch. So you can see that this is the starting point right here, where we start our first row. So insert your hook into that V stitch and also into that V stitch here. And now grab your white yarn and make a slip knot. Insert your hook into that loop right here, and then tighten this and take out the yarn and make a chain 1. So now we are going to make a slip stitch. So if you stretch your fabric, you can see there is V right here. So we're going to insert our hook into that V. So stretch your yarn a little bit, and you can see there's a V. So insert your hook into that V stitch, and there's also a V stitch right here. So insert your hook into that V and make a slip stitch, and then stretch your fabric a little bit, and then insert your hook into the V of this another side and make a slip stitch. This is how we connect this two sides together. Stretch your fabric and insert your hook into the V and another V here and make a slip stitch. So I'm going to meet you again when I finish closing this side, and I'll also show you how to sew the bottom piece. So don't cut the yarn, and I'll meet you again. So now I finish closing this side piece here. So I'm going to close the bottom part. So let's chain 1, and then we're going to insert our hook into the V also. So stretch your fabric, and you can see the first V, and you can see there's also a V here, V stitch right here. You can see that there's a V stitch. So we're also going into both V stitch and make a slip stitch just like we did the other side. So insert your hook into the both V stitches and make a slip stitch. And then stretch your yarn again and insert your hook into the V stitch and another V stitch and make a slip stitch. So this is how we close the button. This is the same process as this other side. So I'll meet you again when I finish this button part, and I'll show you how to bind off. So now I finished closing the button and make a chain 1 to bind off. Now you can cut the yarn here. So just cut the yarn, and if you want you can bind off, or if you don't it's okay, because we'll just flip this pouch so the yarn end will be inside of the pouch. So we just flip it. This is the right side of the pouch. So we finished making our base pouch, and all we have to do is weave in the yarn end if you want, but you have to weave in this yarn end because it's like visible. So what I like to do is just put this inside of the pouch, and all we have to do right now is add in the edges and embroider the bows. So I will just tie this to yarn end, which is the starting and ending yarn tail here. So just to make it more secure and hide it behind the pouch. I don't want to weave in because I'm so lazy. So grab your pink yarn for the edges and then make a slip knot. I'm also using this 4.0mm crochet hook, and find this first space, first stitch here, and insert your hook and insert your new yarn here, and then make a chain 1. And this is just making a single crochet all around this corner. So make sure weaving this yarn, all of the yarn here enter this single crochet stitches, so we don't have to weave in later. So this is so easy just to hide under the single crochet. So insert your hook into each stitches and make a single crochet. So you can easily see there is a stitch like V, and insert your hook and make a single crochet. So you can see there is also a stitches right here, like it's also like a normal crocheting. So just single crochet around this edge, and I will show you what to do when I reach the corner. So I reach the corner, and what I like to do is add more stitches at the corner. So make another stitches in the same stitch and make increase again here. So we made 2 increase at the corner, and continue making single crochet until you reach the end. So I'll meet you again when I reach the end. You just need to make a single crochet along these edges. So I'll meet you again when I reach that. When you reach the last stitch, just make a single crochet and don't increase, and insert your hook into the very first stitch and make a slip stitch. Okay, now you can cut the yarn and then pull out the yarn and weave in the end. So this is how it looks like when you embroider the bow here. So I'm going to show you how to embroider bows. So this is the piece that I practice this bow embroider. So take your desired yarn color. I'm gonna use this pink yarn and thread your yarn into the tapestry needle like this, and then we are going to embroider the bow. So we're gonna add our tapestry needle from the inside of the pouch to the outside like this, and there is a little bit of yarn left inside of the pouch, and we are gonna insert into the same place like this and into the pouch, and pull your yarn until you have this little loop right here. So adjust this loop like this, you can see that. So we're going to insert our tapestry needle into the same row, into the V stitch of the same row here, from the inside to the outside, and make sure you insert through the loop, and then tighten your loop a little bit like this. So you got this kind of loop, and we're going to insert our tapestry needle into the same stitch and to the starting place, like the middle of the bow right here, like this, and pull the yarn. So we got one side of the bow here. So now we're going to make another side. Tighten the yarn from the inside a little bit, and we are going to insert our tapestry needle into this space right here in the V stitch, the same row. Insert your tapestry needle into the middle space to this V stitch of the same row, and pull your yarn, and there is a loop, you can see that. Now we're going to insert our tapestry needle into this loop like this, and tighten this, tighten the loop. So now we got two sides of the bow here, and insert the same place into the middle space right here, and then we are going to make the leg of the bow. So we are going to insert like this from this upper, the same middle space, but we are going to insert like this. You can see that there is a little loop here, and then adjust a little bit. So we're going to insert this middle loop right here, insert our tapestry needle into this middle loop, so we get this bow leg, and we got one side of the bow leg, and insert the tapestry needle into the same space to another side of the bow, and then we are going back into the middle space like this, into the inside of the pouch. So now we finish making the bow part. So we are going to tie the end of the yarn inside the pouch to secure the embroidery. So make a simple knot here at least twice, but don't very tight. Don't tighten this knot because it will affect the bow. So now we finish making our bow here, and adjust with your tapestry needle a little bit, and you can cut the yarn right here. So cut your yarn. If you don't want to, you don't have to cut the yarn, and just hide it inside the pouch. So this is how to embroider this bow. You can add your bows anywhere you want on the pouch. So okay, I'm gonna show you how I weave in these yarn tape. So I add one, two, three, four, five bows here, and you can add 6, 7, 3, whatever you want. You can add the lining. So this is how it looks like, and the only thing I need to do is weave in this end. So I'll just gonna weave in this quickly. inside this pouch like this. So the thing is, we can literally hide our yarn end into the pouch, so it's so comfortable. So, and if you finish, you can cut the excess yarn. Now we got our embroidered bow pouch here, and it's very so cute. I made two colors, one with pink and one with a red color. And please tell me what color you're going to make your embroidered bow pouch in the comment. I really want to know. And thank you for watching this tutorial and enjoying this journey with me. And I really appreciate all of your support. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me. And see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching.